let me get a good taste test before I get into this video. Welcome back to my channel. It is Kira coming at you guys today with a sit down chit chat video. It has been a long time, like a long time, like 4 years, long time. I was not planning on taking a break. I wasn't planning on being away from this channel. And I damn sure wasn't planning on being away for 4 years. I think at this point it's been a little over 4 years even. And a lot has happened. So just quick trigger warning for I guess like medical issues and pet death. Yeah, I guess like those two things, because this is gonna be a pretty sad life update, but I just want to give like just an update of what has been going on in my life since it has literally been 4 years since I posted any videos on this channel. I'm gonna try to go through everything in order. So as y'all know, 2020 was already like a crazy year for everybody. The whole entire planet was in shambles in 2020. So I think the last of my vlogs or my videos that I posted on here were late 2020 maybe. And I want to say it was either the end of 2020 or early 2021 where I started showing signs of like issues, that there was something going on with me. So one of the reasons why I kind of started like falling behind on like my reading and writing is because I got into K-pop. So K-pop was like kind of like taking over a little bit. But little did I know it was coming at a really good time, because I did not know what was about to happen to me. So, when I finally started back working, I started working at a vet clinic. I worked at one for like 3 months, quit there because it was awful. And then I started working at another one for like another 3 months, quit working there because it was awful as well. In both places, I was in 2 separate positions. One place, I was literally managing a boarding facility. Second place, I was a receptionist. They both suck, by the way. But when I started working at the second place, I want to say this was early 2021. So started working there, and I noticed some just weird things started happening. So I would literally, and the reason why I'm going to go into detail about this is because usually when I explain to people what I have, I get a lot of questions like, what were your symptoms, blah, blah. So to save all that, I'm going to go into detail about the things that I was experiencing. To preface, I was experiencing weird things throughout my entire life growing up. It's just that nothing was ever big enough or concerning enough for me to try to look deeper into. Things like just like feeling weak, being like lethargic, bruising on my legs, like chest pain, stuff like that I just chalked up to like, oh, like I have like certain vitamin levels that are low, or oh, it's anxiety, stuff like that. But this was where shit just hit the fucking fan. Like, it was bad. So one day I'm at work, I'm sitting at the desk, and my fingers started hurting really bad. And when I say like hurting, it felt like somebody had like beat my fingers with a hammer. Like, they hurt so bad. And then my wrist started to hurt really bad. The best way I can describe it is it feels like I have like a bunch of little broken bones in my wrist, and they're just all shifting against each other. Like, it doesn't matter if I like barely even move my hand, it just felt like everything was shifting and rubbing against each other. Pain, 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 okay? So I'm just sitting here at the desk thinking like, do I have like carpal tunnel or something? Like, I don't know what's going on. I just know this shit hurts, okay? So the pain started going up my arm and it went up the side of my neck. It was so painful. Like, just answering phones alone was just, it was just awful. And I remember I said something to my coworker about it. And of course she brushed it off because, like, you know, everybody always thinks the next person is over exaggerating when something's wrong with them or they're just like wanting attention. So this started being an issue, and then it kind of like migrated to this side of my body. So it was like literally like both arms, both hands, and like going up towards my neck. Just painful as hell, right? So I'm like, okay, like obviously I can't guess like what could be wrong with me. So around the same time, another scary thing started happening. So I started getting like these really weird brain fogs. Like I would be sitting at the computer typing something, like working on something, and I would literally just blank. And when I say it's not one of those things, it's like, oh, I forgot what I was doing or I forgot what I was saying. It was, I literally, y'all, I did not know what was going on. And it was so drastic that it scared me because it kept happening. It got so bad to the point, y'all, where I couldn't even remember if I had showered or bathed or not. Like, I would literally be in the bed like, wait, did I bathe? Like, did I shower? Like, I literally couldn't remember. Like, I would literally have to, like, pull, like, up, like, the side of my underwear to see. Because for some reason, I could remember, like, if I had changed my underwear or not. I don't know why I could remember that. But I'd be like, oh, yeah, like, I did shower. Like, I did bathe. Like, that is how bad my memory had gotten. So I knew something wasn't right. So all that pain and then, like, the brain fog, like, it was, like, I knew something was going on with me. So, I was dealing with all that. Now, mind you, we're still, like, at the height of, like, COVID. Like, the shit's still high. Like, shit is still crazy, right? So, like, just dealing with all that was just crazy on top of that. And I was like, I don't even, like, I don't even have a doctor. Like, at the time, I didn't have a doctor. And, so I was just thinking, like, obviously, I was like, I hope this passes. Like, I hope it doesn't, like, get worse or go to other parts of my body. What do y'all think happened? It started migrating to other parts of my body. So, basically, this had gotten so bad. Now, mind you, I wound up quitting that job 3 months in because, like I said, it was awful. I'm pretty sure the stress of both of these jobs weren't helping with my health at all. I low-key think the first place actually kind of triggered my symptoms, but that's neither here nor there. We'll never know. So I quit this job. So I didn't have a job for like 6 months. And the main reason, other than like a lot of places being like shut down, the main reason was because I quite physically could not work. When I say my health started deteriorating like day by day, it got so bad to the point where I could barely walk, y'all. So all that pain that I was dealing with, like in my arms, my hands, my neck, it literally went to the lower half of my body. So like in my pelvis, like y'all, it was like my pelvis was falling apart. Like at one point I had got out of my bed and I almost fell to my knees because like my pelvis felt like it was not together. Like I was just in so much pain. Like it was just so hard to walk. Like I wasn't really eating because I was just in the bed. Like just moving was incredibly painful. But then of course if I stayed in the bed for extended periods of time, that was incredibly painful. Like it was an awful time. Like I was just literally just feeling myself just dying, just wasting away. And so that was going on. And so I finally went to my old doctor who was in Arkansas, a whole state away. And I was explaining to him like all of my symptoms. And y'all, this best doctor I've ever had in my life, best doctor I've ever seen. He's retired now. But I was explaining it to him. He was actually listening to me. And one of the first things that he mentioned was that it sounded like lupus. And at the time, I had heard of lupus, but I didn't really know or understand what it was. All I knew was that sounded scary, and I didn't want to hear that. So he suggested them give me like a full workup panel to see if I had an autoimmune disease. So they did that, and it came back that there was an autoimmune disease present. They just didn't know what kind of autoimmune disease that it was going to be. But to get further testing, I was going to have to get a rheumatologist, which meant I was going to have to get an actual doctor, which meant it was going to take more time for me to find all this out. So I was just going to be suffering in the meantime. So in the meantime, they prescribed me a certain kind of steroid that I wound up having to quit taking because I swear it was making it worse. Like when I say like the palpitations and like the chest pain was just out of this world. So they told me to quit taking it. So I was literally just suffering for months until I finally found a doctor that accepted my insurance. So wound up going to that doctor, and of course they had to do the panel workup all over again just to make sure like it was an accurate test result or whatever. So did that, and of course it came back. Once again, I did have an autoimmune disease. So she wound up finding me a rheumatologist, which once again, with my insurance, that also took months for her to find me a rheumatologist. So this is just months of just like me suffering, y'all. So finally got a rheumatologist, and they do their, lupus testing and all that, and then it comes back that I have lupus. Even though for some reason my rheumatologist, she kept on saying that she thought that I had the muscle disconnective tissue disease, but I'm like, why do you keep saying that you think I have that when I tested positive for this other thing? Like, it made no sense, but whatever. So tested positive, so got diagnosed with lupus and everything. Had to put me on like my medication and all that, which takes a few months for you to start even seeing any differences. So in the meantime, y'all, when I say this shit was tearing me the fuck down. Like, I'm talking about in and out of the ER. At one point, I literally thought that was it for me. And like, I'm gonna try not to get emotional. Every time I get to this part of the story, like, it gets me emotional because it brings me back to that time where I really thought that was it. Like, I thought that I was going to die. Because it got so bad, like I started having like a lot of pains like in my torso area, and it was so excruciating to even try to breathe. It was terrible. And I wound up going to the ER, and I told them exactly, and this is why I hate going to the ER, because they don't listen to you and they don't try to figure out what's going on with you, and they'll just try to give you like a quick fix that could actually be worse for you, and then they send you home just for you to wind up back there. And then they try to act like you're like some druggie who's just seeking drugs. Like, it's an awful experience, and I hate going to the ER. Like, it's to the point where I just literally be suffering now because I'm like, why go to somewhere that's not even gonna help me, and then I get slapped with a bill later? Like, yeah. So wound up going there, and I told them exactly where I was feeling this pain. I said I'm feeling a lot of pain in my side and in my chest. It is so hard to breathe, like it's really painful. So they gave me like a liquid painkiller to help with it, which did help, but it only lasts for so long. Still was having the pain. Wound up back in the ER like barely 24 hours later, after also calling the ambulance. Like, I think it was like the day before. The main guy who also came with the ambulance crew or the emergency crew, whatever, he was a complete asshole. Accused me of calling them before. I was like, I've never called an ambulance before. And he was just like, he was berating me the whole time, and it was awful. It was a terrible experience. And then they wound up talking me into just staying home. So wound up staying home, but wound up still going back to the ER because I am dying. So went to the ER. This time they actually gave me an x-ray of the spots that I was telling them about. And what do you know? I had fluid in my side and fluid in my chest. Why wasn't I given an x-ray the first time? I don't know. And mind y'all, this is me giving a short run of my experience with our health, what do you call it? This is me giving like a short run of what I experienced with healthcare, the healthcare system, because it was awful. Like, I'm not even gonna go into details of like how I was treated in certain places because I'm gonna get pissed off all over again. But yeah, they finally gave an x-ray. They saw that I had the fluid and everything, but they said it wasn't enough for them to drain. So once again, I was just literally just gonna have to suffer. So they gave me painkiller again. Meanwhile, fast forward to me going to one of my checkups, because I had to go to checkups like every 3 to 4 months, because they have to keep up with like my levels and everything. Like, my levels be awful, y'all. Awful. Like vitamin D, BMS, potassium, BMS, like my vitamin levels, like it's impossible for me to try to control them. And so much so to where when they were prescribing me the vitamin D, it got to a point where they had to tell me to quit taking them because then my vitamin D wound up being too high. So I pretty much just wait till I feel not that good, and then I just have to assume what it is, and then I'll just take something and see if that makes me feel better after that. Because like even with my medication, it does help a lot. It makes me more functional, but I still get flare-ups and I still feel something every day. There's always something going on every day. So I basically just have to kind of guess and just try to work out however I can think to work out. Like, that's literally my life now. But yeah, so whenever I told my rheumatologist like that they had prescribed me Ketorolac, and in the ER they had basically given me the liquid version of Ketorolac, she was, and mind y'all, I did not like my rheumatologist was awful. She sucked. But she was pissed because she was like, that's like the worst thing they can give you because that's very harmful to your kidneys, and your autoimmune disease is harmful to your kidneys. So I'm like, them motherfuckers is basically trying to fucking kill me. Like, y'all, just living with a chronic illness in a country that should have better access to better healthcare, it's very frustrating. It's very frustrating. So at this time, around like when I was going through like all these health issues before I got diagnosed and after I got diagnosed, I wasn't doing anything. Like, I wasn't reading or writing. Obviously, if I'm not reading or writing, like, I have no content to post on here, right? And at the time, the only thing that was giving me something to look forward to was K-pop. So K-pop had literally taken over. Then I had got on TikTok and like I started making like skits. That was the only thing that was giving me like true joy at the time. Like, just reading and writing just wasn't, I wasn't finding any passion about it because I wasn't even passionate about my future. Because I honestly didn't really think I had much of a future. So like, being excited to wake up to like catch whatever Idols V Live or whatever, like that was my excitement. That was what was like my reason to wake up pretty much. So it was like just my content on here just pretty much stopped. And yeah, like that's pretty much like what was going on at the time. Like, my health was deteriorating and my focus pretty much turned to K-pop. Like, even right now, I'm going through hella shit right now. And I'm back to square one. I don't have a doctor. So it's pretty much me waiting to be able to get new insurance to find a new doctor. Because right now, y'all, it's some other shit going on, and I'm like, it's just kind of like, what now, you know? But every day is me trying to just basically give myself a pep talk and tell myself everything's gonna be okay, and I do have a future, and everything's gonna be all right. That's pretty much what I've been trying to tell myself every day for the last few years. Pretty much, like, that is literally the only way that I can get through. So yeah, that is what was going on with that. So now going to the next not good thing that happened. March 2023. So now it's been over a year and a half. And of course, as I'm talking about this, she pops up. It's so weird. It's like they know when to be there for you. But March 2023, Precious passed away. Now, if y'all have obviously been on my channel, like if y'all watched my old, y'all know Precious. All of y'all know Precious. She was my other cat. She's my older cat. She passed away 2023. I'm gonna like try. Wow. And our anniversary just passed too. I just had a birthday September 5th, and our anniversary was the day after that. So it would have been our 18-year anniversary. So she was what? Like she was 16 and a half when she passed away. And like, if you know me personally, like, you know she's like literally my everything. Like, I'm literally wearing a necklace with her face on it right now that my best friend got for my birthday after that happened. Like, she was my world. And she passed away. I don't even know if I want to go into detail with it, because like, as y'all can see, like, I'm already like crying. I'm already emotional about it. But basically, I did what I had to do at the time. Basically, I did what I had to do. I could not watch my baby continue to suffer any more than she already was. She really was not ready to go. She was not ready to go, but she couldn't live like that, and I couldn't watch her live like that. So yeah, she's no longer with us. And just like the whole thing was just crazy. The way it happened, it was just, the whole thing was crazy, and I just really hate thinking about how everything ended. But me and my ex, we always had this pact that whenever it was her time, like whether we were broken up or not, we were gonna lay her to rest together. And it's funny because the place that I chose to do what I did at, I used to work there, and I chose that place because my best friend still works there, and they actually kept her for me for quite a while, until my ex was able to travel to put her to rest together. So she is buried out on his hunting lease, and we just buried her out there. So I'm blessed and I'm grateful that I was able to do that, because that meant a lot to me. But so yeah, if y'all watch like any of my future vlogs like that, just explaining that, it's just me and Phoebe now. I've been thinking about getting a new cat, but at the same time, like, I don't know if I have it in me, and I feel like I would be doing it more for Phoebe than myself, because she's so lonely. She is so lonely. And she hasn't stopped crying. It's been a year and a half, and she does this thing where she'll just walk through the house and she'll just cry. And I think it's because she's just so bored and she's just so lonely. So yeah, I don't know when I'm gonna do that. I just don't feel comfortable doing it right now. If I ever do, y'all will see that experience. But yeah, so that's the other massive unfortunate update. But I'm grateful for the time that I got with her. cats do live a long time, but there's still a lot of people who don't even get that much time with their cats. So I'm so grateful that God even gave me that much time with her. Cause I swear that was my soulmate, y'all. I swear, like, that was my soulmate. So I'll see her again at some point. Okay, so moving on to like better updates. So right before she had passed, I did move out of the last unit that y'all saw. I was living in the same apartments, but I moved into a townhouse unit because I was literally going insane in that last unit. Never vlogged in that apartment, but I don't know if y'all can tell from the background now, I'm in a different place. So in May 1st, I made a major move alone, and I decided to move back to Florida. Once again, if y'all had been on my vlog, y'all know whenever I started this channel, I said vlog. If y'all been on my channel since the beginning, y'all would have known that I lived in Florida when I first started this channel. Then I moved back home, but then I would just kind of travel to Florida here and there. But I have moved back. I basically just got to a point where I just could not be where I was anymore. I know Florida has a bad rep, which rightfully so. This is a crazy state. So like a lot of people, they're like, why would you move there and yada yada yada. First of all, there's not many great states to go to. One. And two, if y'all knew anything about where I came from, y'all would understand why I moved. This is still a better place than back home. Back home, it's just such a dark energy there. No one's doing anything with their lives there. It's a dead end place. There's no opportunities there. And I felt like it was keeping me in a very dark place. No room for growth, no room for even being inspired. And then just the people, like, there's so many people there back home that I care about, but like, they're just not doing things that I want to invite into my life. Like, I can't be around certain things anymore. And the second I got the financial opportunity to move here, I took it. Like, I made the decision 1 second, and a month after, I was already here. Like, I was not playing no games. So basically, I transferred with my employer to a different location here. And I had a roommate for 2 seconds. She wound up selling her house. Didn't tell me until I literally got there. So I moved here, and the second I got here, I was already trying to find a place. So I'm currently living way out of my fucking budget. It's not planning on this shit, but it is what it is. Because going back home was not a fucking option. I was not going back home. So I'm here, transferred to a different work location. But then I just transferred to another work location because I wasn't a big fan of the location that I transferred to. I'm just pretty much at a point where I'm doing what I need to do to make myself happy. Like, if there is something that I can change, I'm going to change it. Like, if it's right at my fingertips and I know I can change it, I'm going to change it. So that's where I am right now. So yeah, right now I'm in Florida in my my little bungalow apartment. And yeah, like, there's been so many different life changes that have happened in the last few years, and I am grateful for what I do have and what I have been able to do, even despite life being life, and y'all, life be fucking life, okay? But I'm at a point now where I'm ready to get back to my passions. I miss being passionate about something. I am still doing my K-pop shit. Like, I have a whole K-pop YouTube. I'll put that in the description somewhere if y'all are interested in K-pop. I know there are people in the book community who are K-pop fans. So if y'all are interested, I have a K-pop reaction channel, which I be having so much fun over there. I have been slacking lately. But if y'all want to check that out, check out my description. But so I'm still very much into that. I still be going to my concerts and stuff. Like, I've met so many wonderful people, like, in person. Like, some of my closest friends now are people that I met through like K-pop TikTok, people that I met in person. Like, it's really changed my life, which is crazy. But I'm ready to get back to like my other passions. Like, I miss writing, I miss outlining, I miss this community. Like, I miss it so much. And it's currently my favorite time of year, like getting into like early fall and October being my favorite month. Like, I was like, look, I'm getting into this shit now. I'm ready to start getting back into, I can't even talk, y'all. I'm ready to get back into reading because I have not read, y'all. I have not read in years. And I feel like because I haven't done that, my writing has suffered. I don't even feel like I know how to write anymore. I don't feel like I know how to do anything anymore. So I feel like I'm gonna be kind of learning stuff all over again. So like, I'm ready to get back into it. Like, I miss this place, y'all. Like, I need it back in my life. So I'm gonna start doing vlog style content on here. We'll see if I get back into doing like wrap ups and stuff. If I do wrap ups, I think I'm gonna do it more in like vlog form. We'll see how it goes. I'm gonna kind of play around and see like what I like more, what you guys like more. But I'm very excited, and it feels nice to be excited about stuff again. But I'm excited to vlog in my new place because like I'm still like tweaking like little stuff, but I love this place that I had. I feel like everything happens for a reason because like I love my little place. Do I think it's higher than what it should be? Yes. Do I think it's overpriced? Yes. But I still love it. And I actually feel like kind of safe for once where I live. So yeah, I can't wait to start doing like vlog content and just being on here, being present on here. I can't wait to get back into y'all's content. I can't wait to start watching booktube videos again and authortube videos. Like, I don't even know what's been going on in this community. I don't even know what's happened. I don't know about any dramas. I don't know about any like big great things that have happened. I don't know about anything that's been going on in this community. So feel free to update me in the comments. I don't know anything. Even on Twitter. Oh, speaking of Twitter, my author Twitter got hacked. Writer _ KS Hunter, that got hacked. So if you were following me on there, please unfollow because Twitter is not really doing much to help me get it back. So I need to make a new Twitter. Yeah, that kind of sucks. Somebody actually tried to hack my bookstagram, but thankfully I caught that in time. So yeah, I'm gonna start posting on bookstagram again. I can't wait. I've deleted pretty much all my posts, but yeah, I'm just ready to get back to my passion, like my true passion, which is writing. And I'm ready to get back into reading. Oh my gosh, y'all. Especially for the month of October, there's so many things. Y'all, I'm gonna finish that TBR from 4 years ago. I'm gonna finish it. I am. But anyways, this was just my video, my life update, and my I'm back update. I hope you guys are still here. Like, for y'all who stuck around, like, I appreciate y'all so much. And I hope y'all continue to stick around. And I will see you guys soon. Bye.
I'm sorry, but Mr. Tom is not here.